Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mike Leaf Show. First time in 2015. I hope you had happy holidays.
Yeah, they could have been happier.
I suppose so.
No.
Joined as always by head coach Mike Leaf. And coach, as you're saying, obviously alluding to the fact that 0-2 weekend for the squad as you played Friday night at Northern State and then Minnesota State Moorhead on Saturday. Couldn't get a win. Played well at times. Played really well against Moorhead, I thought, but late rally kind of gave you the loss on that one. But overall, how did you think how'd the weekend go for you?
You know, I wish we had been playing those games at home because we had, we've been working really hard on our defense, and I mean this, maybe the best shooting team in the league that night, but I've seen statistically is Northern State. I mean, they've two guys that are shooting at NBA range, and it is nothing but net. And they did really a nice job out there mixing it up, and we just fell behind there in that second half, and we just couldn't make up those. And my gosh, our shooting has just been terrible. And it's a confidence in everything that we got to get back. So going into the Moorhead game, it was a tight game throughout, and we had the opportunity, made a couple turnovers there at the end, missed a rebound, but once again an opportunity was there, and we fell short. So it was a disappointing weekend, and it's been a tough last few weeks, definitely.
Crazy thing about the Minnesota State Moorhead game was statistically you shot the ball quite a bit better than they did, 43%, and then you held a really good shooting team to just 33%, which I think was, if not the lowest total they've shot, one of, close to it. Can you explain something like that, how that happened?
And it was some great defense that we did play, but it was, there were some second opportunities for them on the offensive boards that we needed. I mean, I think we gave them 12, 14 offensive boards, and you just can't let that happen. And, I tell you, not to make an excuse, but it's been, the last month has just been ridiculous with this dumb flu thing.
Yep.
And we've had 3-4 guys every time we're playing a game that are under the weather. And, that Sunday we get back and I get a phone call in the morning and Mark Blacklock's got strep throat. So it's just been and coaches as well. There's two guys that haven't gotten it, knock on wood, is Tim Wagner and John Smith. But other than that, every single one of them. And it's been like 2 or 3 here and there. Some it's lingered on, some it hasn't. And it's just been crazy. And I thought maybe going into this next week, man, we're going to be really healthy. And then Mark gives me that call. But, we'll give him another day. He's a fighter. But that takes its toll, and especially when you're on the road. So I was hoping we were at home. But now we got 4 games, at home. And, these next 2, we played the 2 teams. We know what they're all about, and we got to get a couple victories.
You mentioned that 2 guys hadn't gotten sick. If you were going to make me guess, I would have said Riley and Isaiah, because it seems like those have been the 2 consistent guys for you all year long.
I know.
You expect it, you know Riley's going to have a good season like he always did. Isaiah seems like he's really stepped up this year into a good role, averaging double digits. Seems like he's in double digits every game. How much has he improved from last year to this year?
Oh, he's done a really nice job for us. Our big thing is that we've got to get dribble penetration and get our kickouts. And we've been low in our assists. And we've got to get those kickouts, and we've got to get some open shots. And, we have had some, and some we haven't. But nothing really has gone in. I think we've only made, 4 threes. And, it was just ridiculous in the last few games. But, with Isaiah, him utilizing his quickness and being able to get in there, he has been able to get it, being able to score in some of the timber that's in there, but also kick it out. And, we just got to get, and I think we saw a glimpse of it against Moorhead. We saw, Corey Jeffs, we saw Riley, we saw a couple hit by Conrad and in practices, and now hopefully Nick Arns. But we got to get those guys filling it up. Yep. And even Tim Wagner, he's just been on and off, and it's just it's a confidence thing you got to get over. And so hopefully this next weekend, being at home and in front of our own crowd on our own court, we can just alleviate that and get some scoring going.
Yep, you mentioned that 4 games coming up at home. That's the main thing, and that'll be a great time to regroup and kind of start 2015.
Oh, absolutely, and we need our fans out there. Yeah. We need anything we can possibly.
Absolutely.
And thankfully we'll be back in school. So.
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming 4-game homestand when we come back here later in the week, and then we'll also talk to Riley Bamenek right here on the Mike Leaf Show on the Warrior Sports Network.